What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Wladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder wants to bait Wladimir Klitschko out of retirement for a heavyweight showdown. A lot of people would love to see that one, said Deontay Wilder. Okay. He also went on to say that it's a great time for to be a heavyweight. Why do you think all these guys are coming back? It's an amazing time to come back. If he comes back, we've already reached out to see if it was real. If he comes back and they're serious because of what's going on in the heavyweight division, why not have a more exciting fight? Okay. Now, this is exactly what I thought Deontay Wilder would do. That's why it was surprising for what he said in the introduction for him staying with Showtime. He said something that really caught my attention. He said that Wladimir Klitschko, he needs to build his name up, get some wins under his belt first before he sees me. You know, and I'm thinking to myself like, wow, okay, that sounds like something someone with integrity would say. Someone that cared about the reputation of what other people thought based on the opposition or the handicap, okay? Now, it's funny how you can go from that, which was only 2 weeks ago? But that was 2 weeks ago when he made that statement. Now he's saying, hey, he would love a showdown with Klitschko, and he reached out to him, and this sounds like the classical PBC Al Hayman model, okay? This is the same thing they always do. If you look at the patterns of all PBC fighters, they're either fighting someone older, they're either fighting someone smaller, or they're even fighting someone that you never damn heard of. It's one of those three. It's one of those like, who the hell is Jarrell Washington? You know what I mean? Or who the hell is that guy? Right? You know, who the hell is Rod Salka? So it's like they do the same thing. That's why when I read this, I was like, yep, this is exactly what Al Hayman wanted. Because what they're doing, guys, the rumors are coming, and I got another video to cover about Wladimir. But Wladimir is coming back, guys. April Fools, whatever. No, you keep hearing this stuff. It just don't come out of thin air. Okay, he's coming back, and they got wind of him coming back because the sources of who's saying this is legitimate. They are legitimate sources, so they're trying to put their bid in because what PBC does, they will fight anybody in any certain circumstance, regardless of what type of advantages they have, to get a name, okay? Because they know Wladimir Klitschko and Wilder would sell. Wilder's looking for another dancing partner, okay? Yes, he only has a two-way street at this point. He can only go to the Zone and fight Joshua or whatever that way, or he can only go to ESPN and fight Fury. In both of those, if he stays where he's at, Al Hayman would be forced to deal with these guys. But Wladimir Klitschko is a different story. See, Wladimir Klitschko, he was managed by Shelly Finkel. Shelly Finkel at one point managed both of these guys, okay? So that would be an easier fight. Plus, Wilder has a hell of a lot of respect for Klitschko because he beat the shit out of him in sparring and he learned a hell of a lot, besides getting his ass beat, right? So he learned that, hey, this guy has hands, but what's the angle? Why now? You know what I mean? What changed 2 weeks ago? That's one thing I got to counterpunch. Okay, how you go from that to that? Okay, fair enough. You know what I mean? I won't dig in his ass that much. But what I will do, is state the obvious. The angle to this is, guys, that not only does he need a dancing partner, he needs a name, but why Klitschko now? Because he's 43. Why Ortiz when he was 39? He's 39. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Look, the advantage is Wilder has the age advantage. And that's pretty much it. Now, the funny thing, what I noticed about Wilder's camp is their team, they think it's a sure thing. Because, Vladimir ain't a cherry pick, but they're looking at it like, hey, if you're going to beat anyone with a name, Klitschko would be the one to claim. Okay? Let's get Klitschko, because Klitschko is that guy that, first of all, Fury wouldn't even give a rematch to. So that's a selling point. He dropped Joshua, damn near beat him. That's another selling point, right? So, yeah, I could see them selling a fight with Klitschko. And this is Klitschko's opportunity to come back to the sport, and get the WBC strap, which I have no objections to. I would love to see Klitschko and Wilder. You guys see my videos. I've made a couple about these guys, squaring up. And then what I noticed is when they do pick these guys thinking they have an advantage, that same advantage turns around and bites them in the ass like it did Fury. Okay? Because Tyson Fury was supposed to be a guy that was supposed to burn out in 4 or 5 rounds. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Everybody thought Wilder was just going to knock out Fury, and everybody's going to be like, damn, why did you even take that fight anyway, Fury? You weren't even ready. But he tricked our ass, right? He tricked us. And now Wilder is targeting Klitschko, okay? And Klitschko should take the fight, because then he would know what it's like to be in there with a real boxing pedigree once again. But he thinks, oh, he's 43, I can take him at this point. You know what I mean? Klitschko's like that old uncle that used to beat your ass when you was young, but then he gets older and he's like, of course you get older. So you're like, I can take him now, right? This is one of those situations. And the only thing that I have to say about this and about that matchup is be careful what you wish for. Because with Wilder thinking, hey, this is a shoe-in, him and Shelley, they're bumping, they're putting their heads together in that team. They're like, let's get Klitschko. Yeah, let's get Klitschko, because Klitschko's coming back. He's fresh. He's had a hell of a fight. Let's get him now. Because they need that name. You see what I mean? And also what they don't realize is fighting Klitschko, regardless of if you win, lose, or draw, if you lose, you just lost. Then it will be no more Wilder. But if Wilder actually wins in a tough fight, what would happen? That would raise Vladimir's profile, and it would also raise Anthony Joshua's. Because see, what'll happen is Wilder is wanting to fight Klitschko not only for the name, not only because he's older, not only because it's another dancing partner that can sell. He also wants to compare himself to Anthony Joshua. So a lot of pressure is going to be on Wilder if they do fight, and he's going to have to perform a lot better. He's going to have to pull Carlos Molina. Is it Molina? I think it is. Yeah. He's going to have to pull one of those numbers that Joshua did. He beat him better than Deontay Wilder did, because, Molina gave him hell, right? So Wilder's intention is to go in there and knock out Klitschko, like quicker, more impressively, and I think that's what they're trying to do. And then they have another name. So not only they got Luis Ortiz, then they have Tyson Fury, then they get Klitschko. Now, see, at that, they wouldn't say, hey, Wilder ain't been in there with nobody, because he's been in there with some of the top 3 guys, okay? So you have those 3 guys, and then they have something to argue or to bargain with, okay? Hey, we've been in there with with Klitschko, and we did a better job than you did than Joshua did. So that's what their objective is. But again, they have to be careful what they wish for, because they just think Wladimir Klitschko is like Fury, has been sitting on his ass doing coke and drinking, right, and partying. That ain't Klitschko. Klitschko's a prestigious working out kind of guy. He stays in the gym. He's probably in the gym right now, right? So he's not that dude. He just took time off from boxing. And again, based on the logic of Klitschko, time is a good thing for him. If he did that well against Joshua, okay, what's 2 more years going to do? It's going to make him more refreshed, more regrouped, healed, Okay, because boxing is a sport that takes a lot out of you. Even the training does. But anyway, I think it's a great fight. I knew the narrative. I knew they would change their mind about Wladimir once they found out he was really coming back. I knew that. But you guys tell me what you think about Wilder calling out or contacting Wladimir Klitschko. Give me your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.